It's the Brad and John Show.
It is the Brad and John Show. Today's date is the 5th of February, 2026. And John, say something for a minute while I clear my throat.
It's electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie. I'm going to Jingle Fest. Call Mike Carter. Call Mike Carter.
Now, okay, hold on a minute. One more time. Okay,
Are you asking me to talk?
No. He's announced that he's running for Senate again. Is he running for the same seat that Ricky Schroeder has right now? I'm confused. Which seat is he running for?
Brad, I haven't seen any news pieces about this. I have seen a tweet about it, but I haven't seen any. I'm sorry for being. I'm dealing with a website update here. I haven't seen a news story about this, Brad. You said that you saw this. Can you smarten us up about this?
Well, he's not a boomer. But yet he posts on Facebook all the time, and I'm trying to see where it is.
And if need be, I can go fetch it myself.
I don't see it. He's one of my friends. He probably regrets that, but he was on here the other day about how he's stepping down from the bench. He's the Wentzville Civic. He's the Wentzville Civil Court, or what do you call it? Municipal Court. Hold on a minute.
Yeah. I'm sorry to interrupt. And so thanks to folks who were texting in now. We have multiple texts here, Brad. It's Travis Fitzwater State Senate. It's Senate District 10.
Well, that's the one he lost before, wasn't it? I mean, he ran for that one before, I believe. Doesn't
correct? Yeah, he District 10 before. You're right about that.
And it goes all the way to Callaway County to the west. And I think it goes up north like Troy and Bowling Green and places like that. Isn't that the one?
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, Brad.
Okay, so he's going to try it again. But isn't that like in 2 years? Is that a 2026 election or is that a 2028 election?
That's a great question. I'll look that up, Brad. I was unprepared to talk about this.
Well, I see. Mike runs for everything. I've said like I said, I know the guy. I don't know the guy personally. I've met with him personally. Matter of fact, tried to sell my advertising at one point in time. But you know what? I'm small potatoes, and he's got to be on TV and stuff like that. So I get it. He runs for all these jobs, but I don't think he's ever been elected to anything. I mean, I know he's run for this position before, and I think he's ran for a state rep and stuff like that. I think he ran for one point in time. I think he may have ran for the mayor of St. Charles as well too. I don't know. Do you have it there? And did somebody texted you and they know the true scoop on this now?
Yeah, so the election is in 2026, and I got confirmation that I can say this is from John Conlon, who you know as Jason Law's guy, his campaign manager. And Brad, I will point out that we were magnanimously invited to a Jason Law event. I don't know if you received this invitation. Did you get this invitation?
I did, and I told John the only way I'm going is if I show up and I'm there for 5 minutes, and a lady comes and grabs me by the arm and throws me out. And I said, if that doesn't happen, I'm not going, John. I don't care what Jason says. I'm not going. Matter of fact, maybe I can actually get Jason to throw me out. Wouldn't that be something? A lieutenant colonel.
That would be fantastic. And then while he's doing it, you can make law and order jokes, and you can say, now I need Steve Ellman to throw me out so I can complete the trifecta, or as a callback to an earlier block, a treble. And Brad, we got separate confirmation from a brilliant source who points out that it not only is this Travis Fitzwater's seat, but it's Mike is going to run if, and the if is that Travis doesn't run again. Okay. So if Travis chooses to not run again, and you have good memory, in 2022, Mike Carter ran for that seat, I believe. And then Travis won the primary. So Travis, I think, is well regarded as a guy. Sometimes you look at the legislature and say that guy is so functional and so normal and so professional. I shouldn't say normal. That guy is so professional and executes so well in every aspect that he has no business sitting with the mouth breathers in the Missouri legislature. And I think that description fits Travis Fitzwater. And I think I know there's been a lot of speculation about whether Travis wants to come back or whether Travis wants to do something, let's just say a little bit different than standing around in the Missouri Senate with 33 other people, some of whom he probably can't stand. So in other words, that's a long-winded way of saying if Travis does indeed leave, it would certainly make things much easier for Mike.
So what you're saying is Travis Fitzwater should quit right now and go to work for Greater St. Louis Inc.? Is that what you're saying, John?
I think so, yeah. And then, you know what? That would finally give Brad something to complain about. It would give Mr. Positivity a chance to complain about something.
What did you say again, John?
Prosperity.com, God Squad. Hey, can I ask you a God Squad question?
Hold on a minute.
Positivity, productivity.
I just had to get that in positivity. So, because you're saying positivity.
I do have a God Squad question for you, though,
Okay.
Brad. All jokes aside.
Yeah.
I made the mistake of going to your social media yesterday.
Yeah.
And I went to your X account and I looked, and you had replied to Scott Fawn. Scott had tweeted something about the St. Louis Cardinals.
Yes.
And you replied to him and you included a God Squad link.
Yes.
And I like anything else you post, I didn't bother clicking on it. But was that the new jingle, or did you link to a song, or were you replying with something of value to Scott because Scott had tweeted about the Cardinals? I know that you don't do reply spam. I don't know that someone of significance would ever post something and you would jump in their replies desperately seeking their attention with something that has nothing to do about their post. I know you wouldn't do that. So what was that post from God Squad that you gave to Scott?
John, I can't believe you didn't read the entire Scott Fawn post. Because if you did,
I can't either. I know. It's like I have stuff to do, Brad, and not read Brad Hildebrand replies to another successful man's post. What did you possibly have to say to Scott?
If you do, you would know the reason why I responded.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, why don't you do us a favor and humor me and pretend that it had something to do with what Scott said?
If you read his entire post, he refers to talking about the Cardinals, and he says something about the hand of God. So I sent him a God Squad video for the hand of God.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, you really added value to that thread, Brad. There we go. Hey, thank you for the explanation, Brad. I understand that through your twisted logic, it would make sense to annoy someone that has a lot going on by spamming his reply section. I see where it makes sense now.
I didn't spam it. It was appropriate.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, it sounds like it, Brad.
Hand of God. I mean, when somebody's talking about God, you're talking, Pastor Brad comes out of the closet and says, okay, here I am.
I bet he does. I've been waiting for that for 70 years.
Pastor Brad comes out of the closet and says, hey, it's me, Pastor Brad. Three P's.
Diego Maradona is looking down from heaven and saying, hand of God is my phrase. That's a World Cup joke.
John,
is he dead? He might be dead.
John,
Brad, I'm sorry to interrupt. You're not going to the Jason Law event because you know that you're probably going to get thrown out, and you don't have Cindy Cristofanelli anymore to run interference for you.
You want to know something funny? Well, I won't go into that. I won't go into
Yeah, what does it have to? Does this have to do with Cindy Cristofanelli?
All I can tell you is, John, do you know where this event is tonight for Jason Law? You know where this is?
Is it at the same place where you were tossed out of the Deligo event?
No, it's at, I think they call it the Professional Firefighters Hall. It's off of
McMenemy Road,
right.
115. Yeah,
right. It's not too far off of Mexico. It's down the street from Mid Rivers Mall. Okay, and all I can tell you is, if you have a problem, if like you women out there tonight, if someone is stalking you, and you're afraid that an ex-boyfriend or an ex-husband or something like that is stalking you, go to the Jason Law event tonight. And if that stalker comes in and he tries to do anything before he gets within 3 feet of you, he will have about 35 bullet holes in him, because I would say there's probably a good chance that half the people at that event will be carrying the weapons. Get what I'm saying, John? I mean,
I get exactly what you're saying. It's that time. It's like that time you and your son got on MetroLink, and a bunch of hooligans chose to get off at the next stop because they didn't want any trouble.
Yeah, we were headed down to Guns-n-Hoses, and we got onto a train which was 99% police officers headed down to Guns-n-Hoses, and about 3 or 4 of, as you call them, hooligans jumped on the MetroLink, and immediately conversation stopped, and all these guys were adjusting their jackets, Because you know why, John? You know why they were?
Why is that, Brad?
They were adjusting their jackets so they could make easy entry to their weapon, which they had underneath their jacket. That's why they were adjusting their jackets, John. Because once again,
and you know what? Those hooligans on that had been on MetroLink, they knew to get off because they had downloaded the perfect metrostop.com.
No.
And they had listened, they had heard an AI promo with Brad Hildebrand's voice and an AI chick and the same guy who's on every TikTok. It's really weird. And they said, "Are you getting on board a train? It could go either way. An officer has discretion. Will you get shot? No.
Actually,
I survived because I got off at North Hanley."
Actually, what happened was I complimented all the hooligans. I go, "You guys are all fit and trim." And the one guy says, "Yes, sir, Mr. Hildebrand. We bought your fast food diet program online." I thought, "Oh, carry on, fine gentlemen." And they got off the train.
I know. Now, one guy disagreed. And did you know what he had to say?
What did he say?
He disagreed with fastfoodmediet.com, which everyone should go and download right now. He disagreed, though, because he was a devotee of snarfitup.com. So he loved to go to the Hawthorne Inn.
Yeah.
He heard that woman's beautiful voice, and he got a discount because if he went to Snarf It Up, he could save money on the Hawthorne Inn.
Less than half price. Okay, John,